Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us virtually with Bosler Library and Arden Courts of Susquehanna. Today I am speaking with Debra Boyer. She is a memory care advisor and certified dementia practitioner from Arden Courts of Susquehanna. And I'm going to be just chatting with her and learning about her role at Arden Courts, Susquehanna, um, and all the services that Arden Courts offers. And this interview supports our life skills workshops that will be held this October at Bosler Library online. And we are glad to have you today, Debra. So your current role is as a memory care advisor and certified dementia practitioner for Arden Courts of Susquehanna. Can you explain your background and your path to your current position and your current job duties?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thanks for having me today. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk with everyone. So prior to working at Arden Courts, I worked in hospice for 8 years. So I've had a background working with seniors and caring for generally most of the individuals we cared for were of an older demographic. In the first 4 years there, I managed the volunteer program. And one of the things that I identified was that we had a lot of volunteers that were not comfortable being companions to individuals with dementia. So that was something that I really had to change because I didn't want to leave that population unserved as far as volunteer companionship. So I really set out to find as many resources as I could, as many training programs as I could for our volunteers, just to give them that comfort level to companion with people with dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last 4 years there, I developed, transitioned into a community education liaison role. So I was used to being out and about and talking to people and educating them. And when I learned about the opportunity at Arden Courts, being that they're 100% dedicated memory care, that kind of really pulled on my heartstrings, and I knew that was where I was supposed to be. So I kind of jumped at the chance to take that opportunity.
That's great. And this is a like a great way to um, be with the community and just learn more about um, this community and its services um, and our October workshops are based on some topics of loneliness and improving happiness during job searching and overall in life. So how does Arden Courts of Susquehanna support life skills for loneliness and happiness?
Yeah, one of the most important things that we have that promotes the happiness of our residents and their fulfillment is the extensive programming that we offer. So it's one of the things that we pride ourselves on. Our lifestyle program really focuses on scheduled and planned programming that helps to provide structure and stimulation for our residents in a open community setting. So it gives them opportunities to still create friendships and have those experiences in life, which it's very important to have that social connection with others. Our team here really welcomes our residents, encourages them to participate in ways that are meaningful to them. So our activities that we offer focus on sensory, physical, um, and just building that sense of community for our residents. We offer about 10 hours of programming a day, and it's not because we expect a resident to clock in the morning and do 10 hours, but the hope is throughout the day they're going to find something that speaks to who they are.
Mm-hmm. I think that's great that it's like individualized and personalized for each of the members as well. And um, can you explain your perspective on loneliness and happiness with the residents at Arden Courts of Susquehanna?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think oftentimes there are moments where somebody with dementia experiences loneliness and they express those feelings of loneliness. And it happens a lot of times with the progression of dementia. Dementia can be a very isolating experience for individuals, and they lose a lot of those social connections. And with dementia, as it progresses, a lot of times our residents don't remember visits with family members, our friends, even families that visit every day,
Mhm.
because of the short term memory deficit. A lot of times those residents don't remember those visits, or sometimes they'll express that they're looking for their mother or their spouse that has passed away, but they don't remember that that individual is no longer living. So it is
Mhm.
hard. And I think one of the most important things to do is to not dismiss those feelings when our residents express them. I think it's
Mhm.
important that they know that they're being heard and that we validate those feelings. So one of the ways that we do that is, um, not so much to if they express that they're looking for their spouse who passed away, we don't say, oh, remember that person died. We don't
Mhm.
do that. We just simply ask them, well, I know it's hard to miss somebody that you love. What did you love to do with them? What is something special about your mother if they're looking for their mother? And
Mhm.
oftentimes, just being able to express those feelings and just acknowledging them helps them transition through that feeling of loneliness and will redirect them into another activity after we let them experience those feelings.
And yeah, and I can see the connection also, um, between that personalized care and recognizing, um, their feelings, and also, with, individuals, without dementia as well, or anyone of any age experiencing loneliness, and, um, when it comes to life in general and or job searching. And I think that is a very important aspect as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I see that Arden Courts of Susquehanna mentions, that your professionals provide customized care plans. Can you explain a few types of those plans specific to life skills?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when it comes to structuring a meaningful day for somebody with dementia, we keep in mind that one size does not fit all. Not everybody with dementia wants to play bingo. So, that's just not the reality for most people. So, programs that are not adjusted to the individual's needs are not effective. So we have to keep in mind that we have to promote those individual pursuits for our
Mm-hmm.
residents. So we may have residents that, because of their cognitive decline, aren't comfortable in sitting in group settings or don't want to participate in a group activity. So we encourage them to have those individual pursuits. And if they want to go outside and take a walk in our courtyard or sweep our sidewalks or help fold laundry, those are all things that we encourage. Maybe they'll want to work on a puzzle. So those are things that we help them. We also do a program called engagement therapy treatment, which is really successful for our residents. We take small groups of individuals, usually about more than 4 or 5 residents that are at the same cognitive level, and that they have a similar interest. So maybe it's cooking, or maybe it's gardening, or maybe it's Broadway musicals. But if we sit down in a small group of people that are at the same cognitive level and the activity means as much to me as it does to them, it's a much more impactful experience. And so those are some of the
Mm-hmm.
things that we try to do here at Arden Courts for our residents.
And that's a great way to, yeah, build those connections. And I think that also like relates with, um, people volunteering at organizations, and or, joining, social groups, or just, interacting about hobbies, or, life in general. And that's also a great way, to, learn about other people and develop those skills. So that's
Hmm.
great.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And um, so, are there any additional tips or resources on loneliness and happiness that people can access?
Yeah, absolutely. On our website, the Arden Courts website, we do have a health and wellness tab on our website, which will take families, current families, or either people that are caring for their loved one at home. We'll take them right to our educational resources and webinars that we have recorded there. We try to offer monthly opportunities for families to take part in those educational events. And if they're not able to jump on live when it's happening, they're recorded and stored there. So there's tons of webinars for them to access. I encourage people all the time to come into the community, talk to me. I have
Mm-hmm.
tons of books that
Mm-hmm.
are great resources for our families. And also our support groups that we offer. We offer support groups in person throughout various locations in the community. We actually have one coming up in November with the
Mm-hmm.
Bosler Memorial Library. We also
Mm-hmm.
offer those opportunities virtually as well. Other great opportunities to educate yourself. A lot of times I'll refer families to the Alzheimer's Association website. There's a lot of great information there as well.
Mm-hmm. And I will also link in the description to resources from the Alzheimer's Association, your website, and also the support groups, and also the support groups at Bosler Library as well. And how can those in need contact you to, learn more about the services that you provide with memory care and/or additional services?
Yeah, they can reach out to me here at the Arden Courts community. They can give us a call at our number, which is 717-540-7018, and just ask to talk to me, Deb, and I'll be happy to help them any way that I can.
That's great. Thank you so much. And
Thanks.
I will also share some resources in the description below for everyone with the website for Arden Courts of Susquehanna, as well as their health and resources page and their contact page, um, and also some resources from Bosler, such as our STAR services, um, and also the Cumberland County website and Medline Plus. And I also am going to provide the links to our October workshops and also to our November support group as well.
That's great.
Um, so thank you so much, Deborah, and I, thank you again for your time, and I hope that everyone joining us virtually to view this interview learned a little bit more about the services from Arden Courts of Susquehanna and join us for our October workshops.
All right, great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.